This is KGW News at noon.
Our top story, this was the scene early this morning at the Embassy Suites Hotel near the Portland airport. Just hours ago, we confirmed that is where two people were shot to death. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brenda Braxton. The Port of Portland said the victims were a man and a woman. The shooting happened around 2 a.m. Police locked down the hotel and the guests evacuated, some posting on social media that they heard the gunshots. We asked the Port of Portland if anyone has been arrested. They declined to comment, but did say there is no threat to the public at this time. Police won't release the victims' names until they notify their families. KGW's Mike Benner is working to find out exactly what happened. Look for updates on air and online at kgw.com. Now to Vancouver, where police arrested a man accused of a deadly shooting outside a Safeway store. Investigators say it happened on East Mill Plain Boulevard after a group of men got into a fight last Saturday night. Today, officers arrested 28-year-old Nicholas Martinell Sterling. They accuse him of chasing the victims and shooting into their car. One man died, 3 others were injured. Sterling now faces charges including murder and assault. Well, this noon, a happy ending for a group of senior citizens in Tigard. Not long ago, they were at risk of losing their low-income housing. But as Alma McCarty reports, now Washington County is stepping in to help.
On a sunny afternoon in Tigard, Woodspring apartment tenants celebrated a victory.
I made this a home, even though it's an apartment complex, this is home.
This is just the biggest win for everybody.
It's just the biggest relief that you could possibly hope for, and I thank God.
The vote by Washington County Commissioners to purchase the low-income complex from a private investment company means this group can stay together.
That's unanimous, so it's approved.
The Woodspring Tenants Association has advocated for this action since 2021, when they first got word that their affordable rent had an expiration date.
We got this notice on the door that said, "Oh, Happy New Year, we're going market rate." I can't believe the callousness of this.
2 years of organizing later, tenants can rest easier after the county's decision.
We've won at this point, and it means a lot because there's so many people in here. It's such a great little neighborhood.
We don't have to worry about moving. We don't have to worry about the rent being so high that none of us can afford it.
When we heard that news, it was like, oh, thank God, because I cannot move again. I just cannot move again.
That could have been the reality for many residents, including Peggy Hepler. She's lived at Woodspring since 2015.
I fell in love with the place right off the bat.
After a bad car wreck last summer, she leaned on this community while she recovered.
I don't know how I would do this without my neighbors.
The loss of that, devastating to think about.
These last couple of years have been so stressful. When you're on Social Security only, and it keeps going up, and your money is going down and down, because what their percentage of increase on your Social Security isn't even close to what the rent increase is. And it's like, okay, what can I do without?
The county's agreement to purchase the property means Woodspring will remain affordable.
When I moved in here, I planned to live here until they carried me out. This has been the greatest day that we could ever have.
In Tigard, Alma McCarty, KGW News.
It's good to see that worked out. Okay, let's head back to the Weather Center and check in with Rod. How's the afternoon looking?
Well, here's radar behind me. We still have I'm calling them spotty showers because none of them really amount to much. They quickly come and drop some rain for really a brief period of time, and then they move on. Now, I just got done looking at the latest forecast data that comes in. These showers during the afternoon really should end. The timing of that is uncertain, but let's say by 4 o'clock or so, we should be completely dry out there. In fact, it's beautifully sunny right now in Cannon Beach. That's our live camera, 47 degrees there. They've had 2 inches of snow, by the way, up on Mount Hood. This is our Timberline live camera. You can see of course, they're underway with the day of skiing. Not many cars in the day lot. It's 23 degrees up there right now. now, by the way. Partly cloudy, Stoller Family Vineyards Estate, but there are scattered showers down in Yamhill County. So we'll go back and forth between partly cloudy skies and then some showers for the next, I don't know, maybe a couple of hours. And then really it should be dry. 48 is the number out at the airport right now. 53 today's high. Brenda, we are on track. Get this. This is an update. We're on track to be near 60. Are you ready?
Yes.
For 3 days in a row starting tomorrow.
We are all very excited about that, no doubt. Rod, talk soon. Well, several Oregon lawmakers are trying to stop the Mount Hood Medical Center in Gresham from closing on Friday. 3 state representatives sent a letter to the Oregon Health Authority asking it to keep the birthing center open. But Legacy says the center is losing money and doesn't have enough staff. Lawmakers say they plan to hold a hearing on the matter coming up later this month. Today, a federal judge in Texas could decide if an abortion pill should be pulled out of stores nationwide. A group of anti-abortion medical practitioners is suing the FDA, saying it didn't adequately evaluate the drug's safety. Mifepristone is legal in Oregon, Washington, and 35 other states. Some require a prescription, others don't. Mount Hood Meadows is looking into customer complaints about unauthorized credit card use. A viewer tipped us off to this story, saying their credit card was used without permission to buy lift tickets on the online store. So we did reach out to Meadows. A representative told us they've, quote, mitigated the issue and are now looking into how many customers were affected. The resort believes the breach is recent, but says it won't know for sure until the investigation finishes up. Well, 50 years ago, after Title IX was passed, Ida B. Wells High School in Portland got its own school-sponsored girls basketball team. Lucy Jane Bledsoe, one of the athletes back then, was instrumental in creating that team. And this morning, students at the school honored her and also recognized Title IX's 50th anniversary. Here's what Bledsoe told the kids about her journey.
Well, 50 years ago, or almost 50 years ago, I desperately wanted to play basketball for my school. But at that time, there was no teams for girls, no soccer, no basketball, no softball. So I petitioned the school board and went down to Salem to the state legislature and petitioned them to bring Title IX, which was a law that says girls and boys have equal opportunities in federally funded schools, to get us a program.
Yeah, she's an inspiration. Love all those old photos. Bledsoe is now the author of a book, No Stopping Us Now. It tells the story of a young girl named Louisa who goes through the struggle of bringing girls' sports to her school.